Hey everyone, this is Disney67 here. I'm sorry if you hear background noise. I'm actually turned down for a bit, for a little few minutes. Today I'm going to do a quick movie review of a film that I'm watching right now on TV. It is, of course, Thumbelina. This movie stars the voices of Joy Benson, Gary Imher, I think, Kenneth Mars, and it has Gilbert Gottfried as well in this movie. The movie is directed by Don Bluth, who also directed All Dogs Go to Heaven and Anastasia, and it tells the tale about this tiny little girl called Thumbelina, voiced by Joy Benson and sung by Joy Benson, who meets this fairy called Prince Cornelius, voiced by Gary Imhoff. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sorry. And you know the drill with the fairy tales. They fall in love, and of course, she goes on a journey to try and find her way back home because there's this crazy frog who desperately wants to be with her. Oh yeah, she enchants everyone around her. She's kind of like Giselle from Enchanted in that line. What else can I say about this movie? There's a lot to say about this movie. I could go on and on, but I'm going to make it short and sweet, so yeah. The animation is nice. Fun fact, by the way, this movie is done by the guy who did, whatchamacallit. I forgot. The animation in this movie is done in Dublin, in Ireland, as well as the score. So when I heard that, I was like, oh my god, this is an Irish connection. Because I'm actually from Ireland, so it was cool to see a movie that is made in my country. The studio, by the way. The Pebbler and the Penguin was the same. That was done as well in Ireland as well. And the score is done by no other than Copacabana. Oh, Copacabana. Barry Manilow. Yes, Barry fucking Manilow is over the songs in this movie, and you can tell why they're so campy and cheesy and cliched. But I do give credit though. I love the song Soon. I love that song Let Me Be Your Wings. There's another song about Sun. But the worst song in this movie is Marry the Mole. Oh, sweet Jesus. That song, by the way, won a Razzie for the worst song. Because this movie got an Razzie Award for the worst song, by the way, back in 1995. Because the movie came out in 1994. But, yeah, it's a sweet, sweet movie. It's cute. And also, like I said there, Gilbert Gottfried is in this movie as well. He's a voice for a beetle. And he talks like this! He has that voice! And the minute I heard the beetle talking, I was like, yeah, that's Gilbert Gottfried. But yeah, if you haven't seen Thumbelina, do watch it. It's not the best movie in my honest opinion. It's a guilty pleasure for me, because I thought it was so cliched, and it's just so sickly sweet. But you know what? I have a soft spot for this movie. I think what drew me to this movie in the first place was Jodie Benson, because I always liked Jodie Benson since Little Mermaid. So yeah, I give this movie about 3 out of 5 stars. It's a cute kids movie, and if you haven't seen it, do check it out. So that's my quick review of Thumbelina, and until next time, take care.